Well, spring is here, summer is right around the corner, and a lot of people are focusing right now on weight loss. We are here at Performance Medicine in Johnson City, and we are joined by our daytime doc, Dr. Tom Rogers, who's also, I think, looking forward to summer. It's a good time of year.
Sure I am. I love summer.
Everybody's getting out and getting busy, and this is sort of that time of the year that I think everybody's a little bit more critical of their body. If you want to lose weight, you definitely notice that weight in the spring and summer.
That's right. Most people are starting to think about getting into the bathing suits or whatever, but really it's just an opportunity for me to fight the fat. And as you know, in my practice, half of what I focus on is getting people leaner because they're too overweight. They're on too many medications. They don't know how to eat, and really they haven't figured it out. It's very complex. And
everybody is different, and you say emotion plays a huge part, people's psychology.
What I try to do is get to know a patient. Really, when I have success with weight loss, which is a lot, I usually get to know them and get to know their lives and their particular, like maybe even peculiarities or hang-ups, why they eat, why they're a stress eater, because really, unless you get to the base of that problem, it's going to be very hard for them to sustain that weight loss that you've provided them with some tool.
And I know one of the things you like to do is some blood work beforehand to see what's going on.
Right. I usually run the Boston Heart Panel, which is a really extensive cardiometabolic genetic blood test covered by insurance that allows me to look at that patient's metabolism, like how insulin resistant they are, how inflamed their body is, what their genes look like, what their vitamin levels, their hormones look like. Hormones, of course, are very closely tied to your weight.
And then, of course, from there, it sort of gives you that roadmap as to which tools might work for them.
Right. What most people don't realize is that people need a reason to lose weight. They need help getting there because they really can't figure this out by themselves. It's not a matter of willpower or laziness. It's usually a chronic disease, and you have to treat it like that if you want to be successful. I mean, if you have an obese patient that comes in here, it's just like taking a diabetic or a patient with high cholesterol or hypertension. That's a lifelong thing that you have to treat. Same thing with obesity.
And of course, lots of different tools once you decide what might work best for them.
We have rapid weight loss tools, which I like. We have, slow weight loss methods. In the end, most people need to learn how to eat better, probably count their carbohydrates. We work with a lot of diabetics, of course, a lot of people with low thyroid, a lot of people that are in menopause or andropause that, need their hormones looked at and kind of treated. But it's complex. Then you get into psychology, and it's complex.
I mean, they really do have to make lifestyle changes. It cannot be a fad diet.
Right. We don't like to term ourselves as a weight loss clinic or a medical clinic that figures you out metabolically. But we also talk to the patient because there's a lot to be said on emotions and stress and depression. A lot of people eat out of trauma that happened 30 years ago to them.
So you got to decide what it is that's triggering that and then treat that problem before we can get to these successful weight loss.
We don't put them on a couch and analyze them psychologically, but you kind of get to know that person and they trust you. Everything's confidential. And you can't be a family doc for 30 years and not treat a lot of emotional problems because it's very tied into their medical problems.
All right, so the best thing to do is get a hold of you, come in, make an appointment, and get to know you a little bit and see what might work for them.
Sure.
And then you're on a track to a better life, which we know if we can get the weight off, it just means so many better things for them when it comes to their health.
You can succeed. You have to have that attitude that you can get better, and you will.
All right, well, some great information, Dr. Rogers. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
For more information, you can always check out their website or stop by one of their locations, performancemedicine.net.